Boom, we are rolling. What's going on, guys? Welcome in. Take a seat and get comfortable. Hope you're having an absolutely splendid day so far. It's great to see you all. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called Rot, and specifically, we're going to be checking out their latest track, which came out about a year ago. I'm very late to the party with this one, my apologies. And this track is called Rerum Natura. So I didn't have any idea what that meant, so I put it into Google and I got a Wikipedia entry that says Rerum Natura on the nature of things is a 1st century BC didactic poem by the Roman poet and philosopher Lucretius, I think that's how you say it. It continues with the goal of explaining Epicurean philosophy to a Roman audience. The poem, written in some 7,400 hexameters, is divided into six untitled books and explores Epicurean physics through poetic language and metaphors. Namely, Lucretius explores the principles of atomism, the nature of mind and soul, explanations of sensation and thought, the development of the world and its phenomena, and explains a variety of celestial and terrestrial phenomena. Interesting shit. I think I've heard of atomism before, and I really must apologise for murdering every single Latin sounding word there. It probably isn't even Latin, I'm just a moron, but thought I would at least try and make it something of an educational video. So this is the first time that I've had these guys on the channel. I can't remember exactly where I stumbled across them. We're going to listen to one of their older songs, which came out about 3 years ago, which is called The Lowest Point of Hell, which comes off of an album called, is it The Black Pill? Yes, The Black Pill, which came out in 2020. I do remember, so there was this thing I used to do on my Instagram channel. RDG Promotions is my Instagram channel, by the way. If you enjoy what I do on my YouTube, you'll very, very likely enjoy what I do on my Instagram channel. Most of what I do on Instagram is I use my story for I make minute-long clips of bands that I like but don't have the time to actually fully research and actually do full reaction videos to. So I make a minute-long clip and put them up on my Instagram story, followed by a bunch of stupid memes and just general funny videos. And also, if you hit me up on Instagram on DMs, I'll get back to you. And I do some other stuff on there as well. So RDG Promotions on Instagram. If you like what I do here, you'll probably like what I do over there as well. So go follow me if you wouldn't mind, or not. I can't tell you what to do. But something that I used to do was I used to just tag like 4 or 5 bands together and then just give like a very brief rundown of exactly how I found them and what I liked about them. And I have this memory of doing that with Rot, but we're talking years and years ago. So I because I'm a bit of a dumbass, and also giving myself some credit, because I listen to so much new music, some bands fall through the cracks, and Rot are just an example of one of those bands. So that's why I'm so late getting to this track. So my apologies, but I'm pretty sure that's how I stumbled across them. So as I like to do, whenever I'm about to react to a new song, I like to go back, see what else the band have done, listen to it, take some notes. So 2018 No Hope EP, down tempo, very down tempo. Think old school Black Tongue, not their recent album, which I'm forgetting the name of, unfortunately. Just pure down tempo. Very creepy, really good vocals, really good vocals. Little instrumental bits, speeds up a little bit, but mostly down tempo. Really nice distorted guitar. There's a couple of piano sections in there. Very chunky. Super chunky mix. Some distorted narration. Lots of voice clips. Like lots and lots of voice clips. It's a harrowing experience, but enjoyable if you like that type of shit, which I happen to. Then they released an album in 2020 called The Black Pill, and we're going to listen to The Lowest Point of Hell off of that. They released that as a single about 3 years ago. Similar tone, but faster to the No Hope EP. Some Monasteries vibes on some of the guitars. If you don't know who Monasteries are, they're a UK based, I would call them technical deathcore, but there's a lot of experimental shit that they do, and some of the guitar work reminded me of Monasteries in places. If you haven't heard Monasteries, do yourself a favor, go check out some Monasteries. There was some cleans in this as well, which I really, really didn't see coming. I didn't think they were going to do anything that kind of non-depressive, I guess would be the best word. I've literally written here, headphone killing bass drops. I'm not joking. I thought my headphones were actually just gonna melt into my eardrums. Like, it was so fucking heavy. Lots of variety on the vocals as well. Like, a crazy amount of variety. This guy can literally do it all. I had a really, really good time researching this band. I should have been on that. So yeah, before we get into Rerum Natura, let's listen to The Lowest Point of Hell, just so everyone who hasn't heard them can get a bit of a vibe for what they're about. So, The Lowest Point of Hell. Let's go. just absolutely crushing, like really, really oppressively heavy. But then throwing in the cleans as well, and nice, like very like I don't want to say chesty, but like very like low register kind of like yeah, low cleans in there as well. Not putting too many of them in there, just something to offset the brutality. And then it gets a little bit faster in places, and you've got that woman screaming in the background at the end, and just really great. I mean, these guys are super underrated. I mean, more people need to check these guys out for sure. So let's do it. Let's get on with the. I want to say their new track, but it came out like about a year ago, so it's weird to say a new track, But hopefully we get something more from these guys, because they've been a little bit quiet, but hopefully that means they're working on some new stuff, or they've broke up. And when I'm ready, and just as I post this, they're going to post it. Sadly, the band is like broken up or something, but that wouldn't change the fact that we're gonna be checking out this track, and I've got a feeling it's going to be an absolute monster as well. So, I have got a lot of bands written down in my book. Okie dokie, Rerum Natura. Let's go. hell. Jesus. Excuse me. Holy shit. Good lord. Oh. Oh, that might be the best thing those guys have ever done. Holy shit. That was one of the heaviest, most unsettling, most interesting songs I have heard this year. Easily. That was... Oh, man. That was seriously fucking impressive. So, for the first minute, I thought, have these guys gone light on me? Is this going to be an overall pleasurable experience? Like, it's not gonna be like a complete horror show. So let me just start the song again. We'll just go from and then I was like, oh, okay, cool, right, no problem. I know what we're doing here. So many curveballs here. So many interesting touches, but then they also I think that was actually one of the heavier songs that they've made as well. So they increased the heaviness, but they also threw in lots of like it sounded quite a lot like Humanity's Last Breath in places. Let's get to this next section I want to highlight here. Unless I just missed when I was taking my notes, I just missed that. I think that sounded like hardcore, like straight hardcore. It wasn't just a faster down-tempo section or even like a death metal-y section. That's fucking hardcore, bro. Never would have seen that coming. definitely wouldn't have seen that part coming. That's fucking awesome. That is really, really cool. Okay, next section. I'm pretty sure this is the cleans. If my opinion's worth anything, that's how you do cleans in heavy music. That's how you do cleans. Powerful, like straight from, like chesty, nothing whiny, nothing like overly overly kind of like early MySpace emo, nothing nasally, just good powerful vocals. They get in, they do their job, and then they leave. And then the section after it, this is where they were engaging their humanity's last breath in quite a big way. So that brings us neatly on to this section. Is that saxophone that I can hear, or is it trumpet, or some other brass instrument? Is it a brass instrument? Brass instrument that I can't quite pick out? Also, as well, they start it faded, and then they turn it up when the drums change, when the drums come in. Excuse me. Again, maybe I just missed the saxophone. I was scrolling down the comments there just to see if anyone else picked up on that, and someone said, "Is that saxophone I hear?" So we're gonna go with saxophone. I'm 90% sure it is. So then, I mean, yeah, maybe I just missed the saxophone bit in their earlier work. I don't think I did, but again, like, just, yeah, who would have saw that coming? And then they proceed to bash my skull in. 3 times. 3 times they do that explosion of noise. So they go, here's a hardcore section, here's a saxophone section, just to kind of like lure you in a false sense of security, and here's the end of the universe, you know, the sound of just like, you know, reality collapsing in on itself in the center of a black hole or something. I'm absolutely fucking blown away by that. I really am. I mean, I expected it to be great. Like, I had a really good feeling that I was going to be impressed. But just the heaviness of it, the lyrics were really good. The saxophone, the hardcore section, the fact that they increased the heaviness for this track. I don't have a bad word to say about that. I really don't. I do not have a bad word to say about that track. I can usually pick out something. I like to offer some type of constructive criticism whenever I'm doing one of these videos, but I don't have anything bad to say about that at all. The only if you want a criticism, I just want more. I want to hear more. This came out October 29th, 2021. So that was a little while ago. I really hope that everything's okay with them. Basically, I hope they're good. They could just be a bunch of just like, you know, just relaxed dudes that just like, you know, are just happy releasing a track, like, you know, or you know, like a, you know, like every year, or a couple of tracks every year or something like that, you know, and that's cool. But I hope everything's okay. I hope that I hope that this schedule that they're releasing on is by their own choice. I hope that it's not like, you know, some fucked up shit going on in their life that's kind of hampering them, or mental health, or COVID, or a combination of, like, you know, a bunch of other things I didn't even think of. So if you want some kind of criticism, it's very selfish, really. I just want to hear fucking more. I want more of that, because I'm just so impressed with that track. It's really just the actual music. I don't have a single bad thing to say about that. Yeah, wow, just fucking wow. Nothing else to say, guys. So scroll down. If you scroll down, you will find a link to the song that we just heard, which is on Beheading the Traitor. You'll also find links to the band's social medias, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever else they've got will be down below. If they've got merch, I'll put the link down there. That really supports bands. If you can buy some of their merchandise, it's a very, very good way of directly supporting. You'll also find links to the band's social media, to the streaming sites, you know, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all that type of shit. Please, 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 with a huge cherry on top, click on every single one of those links. Like all their posts on Instagram, slide into their DMs, let them know how much of a good job they're doing. Leave a comment for the algorithm, share it on your socials, buy some merchandise. If they have some, they very like, every band's got merchandise these days. Buy a t-shirt. I know times are tough, but just do what you can. And get their streaming numbers up, because that really helps them as well. Just basically, just do whatever you can to support these guys, because good God almighty, that was a really, really fucking impressive track. I was slightly speechless after that. Just such a good track, and I just want to hear more. Basically, I just want to hear more. So yeah, here's hoping we don't have to wait too much longer for some new Rot material. So one more time, Rot, the Rerum Natura. Sorry for mispronouncing all those, to my ears, what sounded like Latin words. Very much apologise if I offended anyone's culture. Take it easy. Thank you very much for joining me. Always a pleasure. And I'll catch you guys later on. Peace.